Amara had only spent one night in the palace, but already, she could feel danger crawling in there like a silent snake. Every maid she saw behaved as if they were walking on broken glass, careful, fearful, and incredibly tense. Before the sun even had a chance to rise, Madame Funk woke her up with a jolt. "You will serve at the royal dining hall today," she said, her voice laced with strictness. "Do not make a mistake. The king hates mistakes. One wrong move, and you will disappear from this palace forever." Amara's heart hammered against her ribs. "Disappear?" she asked, her voice barely a whisper. Madame Funk offered a cold, chilling smile. "Yes, girls disappear here. No one asks questions." And with that, she turned and walked away, leaving Amara trembling in the pre-dawn gloom. Amara quickly dressed, tying her hair back tightly, and followed the other maids into the sprawling palace grounds. It felt less like a home and more like a city unto itself, complete with magnificent water fountains, gleaming gold statues, and massive halls where every footstep echoed ominously. Inside the royal dining hall, the maids were a whirlwind of silent, efficient motion, arranging the king's breakfast with practiced precision. Amara carried a tray of wine, her hands trembling so much she was afraid she'd spill every drop, as she gently placed the heavy golden cup on the table. A hand suddenly snaked her on her waist from behind. She gasped, a jolt of shock and fear shooting through her. A smooth male voice whispered in her ear, "Easy now, beauty. Your heart is beating too fast." First time seeing royalty. She spun around sharply. He was tall, devastatingly handsome, and had a dangerous glint in his eyes. His smile was pure sin. He clearly wasn't a servant. Who are you?" Amara stammered, her mind racing. He smirked, a look of amusement on his face. "I should be the one asking you that. You're new here." Before she could formulate an answer, Madame Funk rushed forward, bowing so low her head almost touched the floor. "Prince Dara, greetings." "Your Highness." Amara's eyes widened in disbelief. "A prince?" No wonder he radiated such fierce confidence. Prince Dara leaned closer to Amara, his gaze scanning her slowly, shamelessly, boldly. "New maid," he murmured, his voice a low rumble. "Interesting. What is your name, Amara?" She answered softly, trying to keep her voice steady. "Amara," he repeated, as if tasting the name on his tongue. "Pretty name for a pretty girl." His finger rose, tracing the line of her cheek so lightly it felt like a feather. Heat rushed through her entire body. She instinctively stepped back, putting distance between them. He smirked again. "I like fire in a woman. Don't lose it." Without any warning, he grabbed her hand and pulled her close, so close she could feel his warm breath on her skin. "Welcome to the palace," he whispered slowly, his eyes locking with hers, "where desire is a dangerous game." And just as quickly as he appeared, he turned and left. Amara exhaled a shaky breath she didn't realize she was holding. Her legs felt like jelly. She looked up to see the other maids staring at her with a strange mix of jealousy and pity. One of them, a girl named Victoria, leaned in and whispered urgently, "Be careful. The prince, he doesn't take no for an answer." But before Amara could even process that warning, a loud trumpet blast echoed through the hall. Everyone went completely silent, instantly freezing in place. Then, the powerful voices of the palace guards boomed out, "Bow. The king is coming." The entire hall froze. Every single maid bent low in a deep bow. Silence, thick and heavy, swallowed the room. Against her better judgment, Amara slowly, cautiously, lifted her eyes and saw him enter. King Adagan. He was tall, radiating power and an aura of pure danger. A lion in human form. He moved to his seat at the head of the table, his presence commanding the entire room. He sat down slowly, and spoke just one sentence, his voice echoing in the dead silence, "Where is the new maid?" And his eyes, they landed directly on Amara. To be continued. Don't you dare go anywhere. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on, so you don't miss the next thrilling episode of this story. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.